Good morning, Disney. Good morning, Disney. It is December 23rd, 2021, people. Christmas Eve. Tomorrow, Christmas Eve. It's definitely looking like the most wonderful time of the year out there. Although we're going to be setting all-time record highs here in the great Southwest. Fort Worth, Texas here. It's going to be more like Memorial Day than Christmas. No white Christmas for us. That's okay. I don't care. I would much rather have sunny skies than what we had last winter here in beautiful Fort Worth. Anyway, Pearl was here. Rob was here. I think that was from before. Katrina is here. Welcome in, Katrina. Let me be the first to say, if I can, or maybe not the first to say, but let me just say Merry Christmas. It is the best time of the year. It is my favorite day of the year. It is my birthday, not today, but Christmas Day. And I don't know if I'll be going live tomorrow or for the next few days. I think I probably will, honestly, but I don't want to guarantee anything. Crazy weeks. But we are going to talk today about Spider-Man. Spider-Man. Saw Spider-Man yesterday in the theaters. It was excellent. I'm not going to give away anything that's not very clearly out there. There's a lot of villains in this movie, okay? Other than that, I'm not going to give away anything. So we're going to talk about the villains today. We're going to talk about my family having a good time. We're going to talk about what's going on for Christmas. We're just going to have a quick one last before Christmas show. I'm not saying I won't go live tomorrow. I may, actually. Thank you so much, Katrina. I really appreciate that. Birthdays are fun. I'm excited about it. It is what it is, and I love it. I love Christmas. I love being a dad for Christmas. I love being a grandpa now for Christmas. We're going to talk about that. Then we'll talk about the other Christmas or the Disney news of the day, but there's not a lot. I do have a video planned. Bob Iger, former CEO of Disney, current president of their board, has made some announcements, proclamations, answered some questions about his future and his past. Probably going to talk about that more in a video that I may get to today. Hey, Anna, good morning to you. Afternoon where you are. Yes, I have the double episode on reminders. Excellent. I was going to share that. Thank you. Pearl's back. Good morning to you, Pearl. Welcome in. Anna is mentioning Pete McDevitt in the house. Merry Christmas to you, my friend. Thank you very much. Yeah, my birthday. I'm going to be the big 5'2". Francisco in the house. Good morning to you. By the way, Francisco shows up in green. Why? Because he's a member of the channel. Thank you for that, Francisco. Thanks for supporting me and the channel and my family that way. That means he gets to show up in green. I see his text a little more prominently, and he has access to emojis and some other silly things. Anyway, thank you for the birthday wishes in the chat. I did want to remind everyone what Anna just said. All this week is a double episode on my radio show on Magic of the Mouse Radio. We're counting down the top 100 songs of all time. We started at 100 a couple months ago. We're going to bring you all the way down to number one, well, in less than a week. But we're on the double episode, songs 15 through 6. And then on New Year's Day, all 100 songs, the entire countdown will be played for you. Songs 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1 have not been announced yet, but we'll be announcing those. Well, I guess by Monday, people will know those choices. So anyway, I hope you check that out over on Magic the Mouse Radio. Check out all my friends in the chat here. Pearl is creating. Pete McDevitt had a great week with all kinds of amazing content. Go check out his 2 shows. Well, he's got some live sports shows too, but his 2 shows that he did over the weekend, amazing stuff. Please give them all some love. And anybody else who's a creator in the chat, go give them some love. All right. So my daughter went to see Spider-Man with her friends before us. 'Tis the season for crazy scheduling, right? As everybody knows, nobody needs to hear it from me. Everybody knows the scheduling is crazy right now. Everybody's a little busier than they usually are right now, including me. And not so much with work, frankly, just with setting up stuff. I have family coming in. Actually, mom and dad-in-law are driving in as we speak. Might be watching live. Love you guys. So we've been planning at the house for that. It's going to be a lot of fun. They're going to be here tonight through, I don't know, 4 or 5 days after Christmas, whatever it is. And that's going to be the bulk of my schedule. But we've been prepping for that. We did a lot of shopping yesterday. But my daughter, I have 4 daughters. My oldest of the 2 that live at the house with us, I grabbed my coffee, but I didn't take a sip. Hold on. My oldest daughter, who's still at the house with us, is pretty much the main Marvel fan of the family. Now, it's waning, and my youngest is getting bigger, but she's the one that brought me interested into Marvel. She's the reason I'm Team Iron Man, because she's Team Captain America. Normally, I'd probably be Captain America. Very patriotic guy, but love me some America. But she's She's Team Captain America, so I had to be with Team Iron Man. All of that to say, she's the reason that I even care about Marvel movies. When I was a kid, honestly, kind of thought superheroes were dumb. I did. I really did. Had a bunch of friends who were into Batman 88, 89, whenever that came out with Michael Keaton. I went to that, my nose itches all of a sudden. And of course, I went to see that, and that was amazing. Jack Nicholson is the Joker, right? Michael Keaton is Batman. Loved that movie, but they still, boy, my nose, but they still never really got me. I never became a superhero fan. I always thought the comic book world was kind of weird. Now, as a dad, you get 4 kids. At least one of them is really, really into Marvel. This is a few years back, and it brought me into it. And of course, Disney buys Marvel. I'm like, all right, I got to dive in. And now I'm a biggest fan of the whole lot. It's like Disney pins. I didn't used to collect Disney pins, by the way. New Disney pin friend sent this to me in the mail. I might as well share it while we're talking about Disney pins. Kind of fun, right? My wife collects Disney keys, so it's right up our alley. From my friend Nikki, who when I did my DizTube show was a guest. She played Timon in the Lion King production at Disney's Animal Kingdom. I don't know if there's a special name for it. I can't remember. But anyway, she's a great friend. We love her. And she sent this pin. Anyway, all of this to say, it's one of the things that I got into for my kids. And then as they grow up, I'm the one left holding the bag. But we went and saw Spider-Man last night before. I promise I'm going to do my best to give away no spoilers. I know it's still early, but we are going to talk about the villains in the movie. Okay. So if you don't want to hear anything about Spider-Man, love you. Merry Christmas. See you later. In about a minute, I'm going to start talking about every villain in the movie and my favorites and stuff like that. Okay. So you're giving you fair warning. I'm going to talk to the chat real fast. By the way, if you're watching on Team Replay, hashtag Team Replay. If you're not watching it live, the best version of the show is live because you get to interact in chat like I'm about to do here and talk to everybody in chat. But we're about to talk about Spider-Man after I talk to the chat. Your last warning to get out of here if you don't want to hear anything. Fair warning. All right. Katrina says, everybody, hello to Francisco. Been hanging out with your buddy Rob B. Rob B. Blossimus? Really? Rob, I know a bunch of Robs. Are we talking about Rob Blossimus? Formerly from Thinkific, formerly from TubeBuddy, now with Ustream. I'm assuming that's who you're talking about, Pearl, because I don't know why you would know any of the other Robs I know. That's so cool, Pearl. Good for you. Hanging out with? Are you up in Vancouver or something? Very cool. Whatever. That's neat. Tell me more. Jay Skywalker, who still has a better last name than me. Merry Christmas to you, my friend, and thank you for the happy birthday. Hatbox Ghost, boy, your Colts. Still don't think what, but your Colts are playing good. The Colts had more people given the nod to go to the Pro Bowl than anybody else. What? Hatbox Ghost, I blame you. ATJH in the house. Yeah, I saw you guys are going all paranormal on para. Boy, let's do that again. Take 2. ATJH in the house. Welcome in. I saw you guys went all paranormal on us. You make me want to go see Blair Witch Project. Very cool. That is a cool pin, right? Yeah, my friend Nikki, formerly Timon, sent this in the mail. I haven't even sent her a thank you yet. I just opened it yesterday and we took off in the car afterwards. So I'm going to send her a thank you when we're down here. So cool. Sweet pins. Hey, Will, what's going on? Sledgehammer. Nico the Greco in the house. What's going on, Nico? Long time no see. Hope you're having a great day. I'm Team Cap, says Anna. It was my niece and nephew when they were younger. Got me into it. Fulton in the house. Good morning to you. Some prayers to you. Okay, you got it, buddy. Prayers on the way. Yeah, Blossibus. Very cool. Neat, Pearl. Let's forget about football season. Seahawks fan, thanks for watching, everyone. There you go. Good stuff. Good stuff. Okay, let's talk about this, right? Every villain. So, again, this is your last warning. If you don't want to hear anything at all about Spider-Man, beat it. Beat it, beat it, beat it. I don't really know all the words. I probably did at one time in my life. Let's pull up. By the way, if you're doing live streaming, you should really check out Notion. Really, if you just like to organize anything, you should really check out Notion. It's free. They have a paid version. I haven't even looked at it hard enough to know what I would get extra with the paid version, but Notion is really a neat little reminding service. Anyway, thank you, Fulton. I appreciate that. All right, here it is. Every villain in Spider-Man No Way Home ranked. Again, this is your last warning. Go away. I'm not going to give away anything from the movie that's not obvious, but we're going to talk about the villains. If you told me they were going to bring back all these villains, I would have thought, first thing I would have thought would be like Civil War, Marvel Civil War. And while I love Civil War like we all did, packed too much in, right? You 2 hours. The first things first. So we're sitting down we went shopping. Then we went shopping. Then we were going to go to a movie. We missed the first movie time. Wifey wanted to go to get food. So she buys the tickets, right? And then we won't go to eat lunch or lunch. We had like 4 minutes to eat lunch. So we rushed through it, blah, 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 blah. We get there just in time. It was actually kind of perfect. We sat down. I think we might have missed the first preview. We sit down, boom, and it's 2.5 hours long. So if you tell me you're going to bring back all these villains and you tell me it's a 2.5 hour movie, I could probably guarantee you I'm going to be bored in the beginning. And I was, I'm not going to lie, just review without giving away anything. They brought back a ton of villains. Did it work? Yeah, it did. The way the writers did this, the way they brought back the characters, I thought was interesting. Worked. It worked. I'll say it was competent, fulfilling, whatever the right word is. Because usually when you bring all of these characters back, they don't get enough screen time. You know, oh, there's their face, move on. Why are they there? But this seemed to work to me. I don't know how others are going to feel about it. I haven't read a lot of reviews. I do know the box office is through the roof, setting all-time records. Not post-pandemic records, all-time records. So people are loving this. People are enjoying this. But the story I would have thought wasn't going to work, but it really did. Let me get caught up in chat real fast before I dive in, because I feel like I'm not looking at chat. When does a superhero not have an enemy? Yeah. I mean, that's kind of the, in storytelling, you're supposed to have at least 3 parts, right? And you got to have the yin and the yang, the good and bad guy. If you've got a good guy, like if you're a superhero, and what are you just going to knock over the shoplifters? I mean, in today's day and age, that's a lot of work. But in general, normal, non-crazy times, you need a bad villain, right? And it's, it's fun. All right, anyway, so let's keep going. The movie was a masterpiece, in my opinion. Will loves it too. All right, so every villain in Spider-Man No Way Home. This is just one of the many articles out there that I threw on there. I think it's from Looper. I love, first of all, the mask of Green Goblin. I've shared this on the show before. When I got my tonsils out, I think, when I was a kid. I wasn't, again, I've said this before, I wasn't a superhero guy. But my daddy bought me a action figure of the Green Goblin when I was, 6, 8, 10. I can remember, and I'm sitting in the parking lot in front of 7-Eleven by our house. And he bought me a gift because I was sick, to feel better. That was cool, right? And it was the Green Goblin, which I had never even seen Spider-Man at that point in my life. Maybe I had, maybe the cartoon. But anyway, I'm not going to read. I've given you enough, right? You can leave now, because I want to read about I'm going to read from the article here, and I might have some spoilers in it. So please, 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 go away if you don't want it. All right. I feel like I've warned you enough. I'm not going to feel guilty anymore. You can't have a superhero legacy of over 19 years without making a few super enemies. Incredibly, for Peter Parker's new adventure in Spider-Man No Way Home, most of them make a bombastic return thanks to I don't want to say that part. Let's just do it this way. I'm not going to read through this. There's the Green Goblin. He comes back. He's really freaking cool. Willem Dafoe, I've always thought, was a brilliant actor. He's a weird looking dude. Does he really need a scary mask? He kind of does. He's a good looking dude in a scary dude's face. I don't really understand. I like what they do there, because that alter ego thing. Willem Dafoe works for that. By the way, if you don't know where the greatness of Willem Dafoe is, if you want to find Willem Dafoe at his greatest, Platoon. What was that, 87, 86? Super, super Platoon. Back in the day, what's the guy's name? It doesn't matter. Platoon is a great movie. I'm sure it won the Academy Awards, and Willem Dafoe was awesome in that. He's also in bunch of other stuff. Let's go. Willem Dafoe is a legend for telling them he wouldn't just come back for a brief cameo in the movie, but that he wanted to get physical with the role. I don't know much about that. Again, we're going to talk about some more villains here, and at least a couple are big stars. One's a massive star, and it's pretty amazing to think that they got these people to come back. He was great in Platoon. Now, Platoon's a great movie, man. Platoon's a great movie. Yeah. I'll just leave that there. Spider-Man creeps me out as I hate the real things. Spider-Man. I don't know. When I was a kid, it was cartoons. Makes me want to sing the song. All right, that's enough of that. I think for me, the best villain is Willem Dafoe. I don't know the backstory like it sounds like Will does. Such a really good actor. I've never seen him in a role that I didn't think he was good. He's weird and creepy, but he's good. I mean, I don't know the guy, but the actor, I'm a big fan of the actor. Lizard Man. Okay, I remember this one from that Spider-Man. Scale-obsessed scientist Dr. Kurt Connors was the first foe of Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man back in 2012, as it says here. I remember this movie. I thought Andrew Garfield was a good Spider-Man back in the day. Most people didn't, I guess. I thought he was good. I remember thinking this Lizard Man was a stupid creature. but it works in this one. He's kind of funny. Kind of liked it. I mean, I liked him better in this one than in 2012's. What say you? What did you think about Lizard Man? Next one is Sandman. I grabbed a picture for you guys. That's okay. We'll just talk about Sandman. Sandman. I really like the actor who plays this guy. Hayden Church, Thomas Hayden Church, I think is his name. He's just trying to get back to his family, right? Still a danger to this particular wall crawler, although not nearly enough as the rest of the lineup. Just got a small piece in this movie, but I thought the character worked for me. I'm not a Spider-Man. So this is like the villains, the list of the villains for those who aren't uber Spider-Man superhero people. Me, I don't know what I'm talking about with the backstory of Spider-Man. I barely, Tom Holland era is really where I started to pay attention because it's in the MCU. Okay, so any uber Spidey people out there, I'm not going to really know what I'm talking about. I like this guy. Thomas Hayden Church is good in what is the wine movie? He's good in that TV show where they work at the airplane hangar thing. I think he's a good actor. I liked it. Okay, didn't have the biggest part. Back to the chat. Nico says Platoon, Charlie Sheen, Johnny Depp, Tom Merrider. Yeah, Platoon's great. It's a war movie. It's violent. 86, 87, 86 probably. Full of great actors for sure. Pearl saying hi to Pete. Everybody saying hi. Did I miss anything? Okay, I think I didn't miss anything. Good. Next. So not a lot to say about Sandman. I grabbed a picture of it, so what? Electro shocked me. So the great Jamie Foxx shows up as Electro. Of all the foes that face off against Spider-Man No Way Home, Electro is without a doubt the one that's had the most drastic change since we last saw him in Andrew Garfield's The Amazing Spider-Man 2. I'm sure I saw that one. I don't remember it at all. Jamie Foxx's original iteration, one of my favorite words, was a bumbling scientist with a comb-over, similar in a way to Jim Carrey's take on Edward Nygma, the Riddler in Batman Forever. Instead, the Maxwell Dillon we're reunited with here is quite simply more Jamie Foxx than anything, and it's one of the smartest choices in the whole film. This worked. Jamie Foxx is good. Jamie Foxx is funny. Jamie Foxx is a good actor. I was surprised by all of this. Again, I don't know any of the backstory. I'm not a big Spider-Man guy, but he had enough of a role to my surprise. I thought it was really, really good. Again, I'm trying to share how I felt about it without giving away anything. But I liked the character a lot. I liked it. He threw some wrinkles in it. When we first see him in the movie, it's a pretty spectacular scene. It's just good. I'm trying to not give away anything because it's still new, and I want you guys to go see the movie and enjoy it. But I would say that this character adds to the movie very much. Love your good morning streams, Jeff. They get me out of bed and help me start my day. Oh, thank you, bro. You're so sweet, bro. Thank you very much. And I've really enjoyed our little conversation about the stuff that's been going on with you lately. I hope it's been helpful. Jamie Foxx was in the movie Annie in 2014. Okay, I didn't know that. The Sun will come out tomorrow, I'm pretty sure. This version of Jamie Foxx Electro was so much better than the original way they portrayed him. I'm trying to remember if I've seen it. I'll probably jump on Netflix or Disney Plus or wherever it is. And I doubt I'll watch it, but I'll pop it on just to see if I'm not remembering it. Could I have missed it? I suppose I could have. But anyway, Electro in Spider-Man No Way Home is an excellent character done really well by Jamie Foxx, and I really, really enjoyed it. Moving on to number 2, Dr. Octopus. I got to be honest with you, when I read Dr. Octopus, I'm like, who the heck is that? Doc Ock, the octopus guy. Of course, I watched this one. I enjoyed the Spider-Man movie. I'm talking about the original. I was surprised at the take that I don't want to give away anything, but I was surprised with how they wrote him into this story. Was it Alfred Molina, I think, is the actor? I really enjoy him. I think he's excellent. I mean, he doesn't have any iconic roles to go, oh, man, you know him in this, but he's really good. He's always really good. I'll read a little bit up here. He's from the original, Sam Raimi's original trilogy. Dr. Otto Octavius is just as charming and equally chilling in his return in Spider-Man No Way Home, according to this article. Much like his successor on this list, Alfred Molina's portrayal of the scientist we've not seen him play in 17 years is seamless. It did feel real. And I'm not going to give away anything, but you guys can figure out if you know anything about the MCU, you know anything about Doctor Strange. They play with time, and it was really cool. It worked. It really worked. Again, I'll say what I said in the beginning of the movie. For me, if you would have told me they were going to do what they did, I would have said that's going to be stupid, but it wasn't. It isn't. It's really good. I thought it was. I've heard people say it's the best live action movie ever. In the ads, Marvel, Disney says it's the best Marvel movie ever. I think that's 12 bridges too far on both of those. I will say it's really well written. In my nerd opinion, really, really well written. Also really, really well acted. I'll say what I said in the beginning of the show again, just for anybody who's popped in. I think when you have these large ensemble casts, it's hard to keep me from getting bored. You know, you get an actor maybe you really like and you only see him or her for like a minute and a half. They don't have any depth to the characters. They did a really good job. I mean, there's a bunch of storylines in here and it works and they mesh it into one. And then when you have the big bang boom battle scenes with all the CGI, sometimes you lose the storytelling in that too. And while they did a little bit in some of the big fight scenes, which they always do in my never so humble opinion, it still worked. It really did. And then did it bring a tear to my eye? It did. I would have lost big dollars on that bet. Wasn't that I didn't care. I didn't think I would care as much. So they did a really good job. So this is all me saying that this movie exceeded my expectations. Now, let me say, this movie set records box office. Lots of my friends had already seen it, loved it. My daughter saw it and loved it. Everybody I asked said, wow, it's so good. Best live action movie ever, people were saying. The ads were saying best Marvel movie. So the bar was set high, and it still impressed me. Am I going to say it's the best live action movie ever? I'm not. Am I going to say it's the best Marvel movie ever? No, I don't think it is. But it's really good. It's really, really good. Like, well, we'll talk about the score at the end. And then last but not least, my favorite Disney villain, because my daddy got me a Green Goblin. Above all the cast making comebacks in their respective roles, no one gives their character more attention or advancement than Willem Dafoe as Norman Osborn, a.k.a. the Green Goblin. I'm reading straight from this article here on wherever this article's from. I'll find it and I'll let you know. The former first foe of the big screen Spider-Man could have easily phoned it in with occasional cackle and that iconic delirious Dafoe grin. He's got the creepy. He should be the Joker, but we got enough Jokers. Instead, he gets back into both mindsets as the man and the monster controlling him, making him without a doubt the most formidable enemy Holland's Spidey has ever faced. In the original, and that's enough of that sharing. Let's stop sharing. In the original, with Willem Dafoe as the Green Goblin, I thought there was, I mean, obviously they developed the character very, very, very well. I still think he's the best villain. I was annoyed by him as a good guy because he's just this whiny thing, right? Like, I don't know. There's something about it that felt fake that I didn't like. Well, that makes sense now. I mean, he probably played it that way because he is being a little bit fake, right? So there's something about the character, not the actor. I like the character. I don't know. It bugged me. And in this movie, in the beginning, when Willem Dafoe is there, and again, he's himself, or he's the Green Goblin. Does he trying to get rid of the good guy or the bad guy? You know, does the good guy want to get rid of the bad guy? That's in the movie where I went, oh man, everybody was wrong. This movie's not that good. And then as soon as everything flips, as soon as the bad guys become bad guys, right? I really enjoyed it. And Willem Dafoe really pushed the pedal on that. Now, of course, Tom Holland was amazing, and the team is amazing. And you already know that Doctor Strange is in it, so I'm not going to give away anything on that, but I thought he did an excellent job. Overall, to rank it, we got about 20 minutes left in the show here. To rank it overall, my opinion, Jeff Bates' opinion, the Dolewhipdad opinion, 8.5, maybe 9 out of 10. Like, this is really good. I'll give it 9 Green Goblin cackles. How about that? Because this cackle is just a fun word to say, right? It's really good. Would I recommend it to people who don't like Spider-Man movies but are into the MCU? That's me. Yes. Would I recommend it to people like my mom, who may or may not be listening? She's driving in the car from very far away to here. Probably not. She's probably not going to enjoy it. If you like the MCU, Marvel Cinematic Universe, if you like big explosion, big superhero, lots of CGI movies, you're going to like it. If you want those movies to have backstories and good storytelling and great writing, you're going to like it. If you like Tom Holland, and if you've really watched Tom Holland in any movie, you like Tom Holland. Like, I'm not some little 20-year-old girl with a crush. Tom Holland is a great actor. A great actor. He's going to have a great career. I hear through my daughter that he says he's going to take a year or two off and then take on some new roles. Good for you, dude. Yeah, go find a beach, buy it, buy another one so you get, like, nobody can hang out, right? and then come back and do whatever the heck you want. I'm quite sure he's going to move on. He's got some other movies coming out still, but I think he's probably done working for a while. And then he'll come back and he'll change up his look a little bit, and he'll come back strong. Is he Daniel Day-Lewis? No. Is he Tom Hanks? Maybe. He's pretty dang good in my opinion. What movie do you rate 10 out of 10? The Godfather. Jay Skywalker, yes. 10 out of 10, I would give The Godfather 2. Field of Dreams pops in my head. Boy, that's a future video right there, Jay Skywalker. Empire Strikes Back, speaking of Skywalkers. What movies would I give 10 out of 10? What are the perfect movies? Well, you don't have to be perfect to be 10 out of 10. Godfather 2, Field of Dreams. Boy, it's a short list. I might have to figure that out. That might be fun. I work in the movies. Nice, Fulton. What? You're not a 20-year-old girl? Far from it. Man, I had that pegged wrong. More sunshine, please. What's going on, Jim? How are you? But he can't stay because I want to avoid spoilers. I'm trying my best not to give out any, but no problem. Merry Christmas, my friend. Hope you're having a great holiday. Yeah, we're going to actually move on. We're going to talk a little bit about the holiday now. Tom Holland was Billy Elliot in the West End. He's an amazing dancer. What was the movie about the tsunami? I can't remember the name of the movie. He's a kid. It might have been his first role. I wouldn't swear to that. I didn't do any research on that before I said it, but there's that Christmas Day tsunami, right? God, I can't remember the name of the movie. He was real young. He's exceptional as a kid in that movie. He's good. Everybody say hi to Jim. Jim, speaking of good creators, I'm putting the wrong one. More sunshine, please. You can't watch his show and not laugh. He is fun. He is funny, not trying better than anybody. Maybe he's trying really hard. He's funny to my eye, not even trying than anyone I know. He cracks me up. Jim, love you and love your show, and hope you're having the best Christmas holiday ever. Anyway, so that's it for the Spider-Man 2. I highly recommend it. I'm going to give it 9 out of 10 cackles instantly. That's pretty good as it relates. If I put it in the Marvel MCU, probably top 3 or 4. Really, really good movie. Probably 8.5. Probably going to give it an 8.5. I'd have to think it through, honestly, but it's really good, and I highly recommend it. Yeah, I'll leave it at that. No, thank you, Jim. Glad you're here. All right, so Christmas Day. My birthday, 2 days, Christmas Eve tomorrow. Big plans. I want to hear what your plans are. My mommy is driving down right now, maybe listening to this on her phone if she can figure out the technology. Probably not, but that's all right. And then we're just gonna have a good time. I'm gonna work a little bit today. I'm gonna check on my staff. I'm gonna call them. I'm gonna check my emails, and then I'm done. Basically, we've been messing with the house all day. I'm going to work a little bit in this room and do a little bit of YouTube stuff. And then it's Christmas for me. Tomorrow's Christmas Eve. We got family coming over. We're going to have a blast with that. We're going to have just a great time eating and hanging out and sipping on stuff and listening to music and just being with my favorite people in the world. And then Christmas Day, we're going to be sitting here. And if the family wants to come over, they can. Obviously, we're going to do Christmas Eve with most of the family. See, the kiddos that are married, obviously, they come whenever they want. We're here Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. We do it on purpose. I think the plan is they're going to come on Christmas Eve, and then they're going to go do the other stuff families on Christmas Day. And then my birthday, we kind of do Christmas evening. And then we got a couple of days of just hanging out here in Fort Worth. It is going to be record-setting hot temperatures. We're talking, they can't rule out 90s for Christmas Day here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. We're just going to hang out. And I'd love to know what you guys are going to do. The show's I've got other Disney things, but listen, it's not a lot of Disney news going. I could push a couple out here, but I'd really like to just spend the last 5 or 10 minutes talking about Christmas and the holidays and what you're doing, because I love it. What was that tsunami movie called? The Impossible. It was. I think that's right, Jim. The Impossible. I don't think I would have remembered that, but as you say it, I better look it up now. I don't want to give up bad. I'm pretty sure it is. That really feels right. I don't know if you're telling me or asking me. I think you're probably telling me. Yep, that's it. The Impossible. It's really, really, really good. Naomi Watts, Ewan McGregor, and a little guy named Tom Holland. Yeah. So you remember that? I remember that day. I remember on Christmas evening, December 26th for us became midnight, but it was right before that. But maybe it was Christmas Eve. I don't want to lie. But I'm a news guy. I don't know. I was on Drudge Report or something. I don't know where I was. The middle of the night, and boom, it popped up. Huge earthquake. I think it was a 9, might have been an 8.9. You know anything about earthquakes? That's really, really big. And then the tsunami hit. In my lifetime, I don't think there had been any tsunamis And then there were 3 in like 5 years, and there were tsunami warnings, and crazy. But this is the mostly true story, the fictionalized true story, and it's so worth checking out. Pearl says my oldest kids are hosting Christmas. We're doing a pizza bar. Fun. For food, I get sat in a chair of honor and waited on hand and foot. Nice. We're also going up into the Cascade Mountains to play this. Oh, good for you. We don't have any snow anywhere near us. The film is called Impossible, says Annie. Yeah, we just looked it up. Think it was based on a true story. Yep. Staying with my family. Nice, Annie. You staying with your family? Cool. Yeah, so we're going to plant it. I'm going to do not unlike what Pearl said. I'm going to plant it in my chair, and I'll probably go from my chair to the clicker, and my clicker to the chair, and then maybe into the kitchen now and then. And that's pretty much it. We'll turn on Netflix or Disney Plus, and we're gonna have a good time. Again, Mom's gonna be here tonight, spending the night for a few days. Brittany and her husband and one of my granddaughters, Samantha and her husband and 2 of the grandkids will come Christmas Eve. So there'll be a lot of people there, and then we'll have a couple 4 or 5 days of just chilling with my mom and hanging out. And it's gonna be a great time. Future video, I may do it today. We'll see. I've got it in the hopper. Bob Iger, former CEO of Disney. I said this early in the show, so if you've been here the whole time, I'm going to repeat myself, but anybody who's popped in. The former CEO, the current Disney Board of Directors chairman, has announced his basically full retirement. He's going to be leaving the board to go do other things. He really said some very insightful things on why he left as CEO. So he talks about it, and there was a very good interview with CNBC, and I'm going to clip some of it and talk about it. Probably. We'll see how busy it gets, but that's my plan for one of my last videos of the year. Dropped a little short yesterday, or day before yesterday, which did pretty well, so you can check that out. Just a thrift store find. If you don't know, I run a nonprofit, including, so we do after school programs and we do homeschooling support, and we run a resale shop. When we get Disney stuff, my staff sometimes will pull it aside for me. That's not this, but I get thrift store finds. This came in the mail from a friend, but I got this new Disney pin. But the video that I dropped with my newest Disney toy, I put it, it's like it's not even a 20-second short, was a Disney toy collectible that I got. So you can check that out if you want. It's less than 20 seconds. But yeah, there you go. And then I've got some other things. I'm thinking about doing a top 5, top 10 Disney awards kind of show video, but we'll see. I shouldn't give out stuff I'm going to do, because sometimes I just don't do it. I probably will go live for the next couple of days. I doubt I'll do a morning Christmas show, but I'll probably do one tomorrow morning, just depending on what's going on in the house. Yeah, and we'll see how next week goes. I should be home most of the week. I should go live. I do want to. I've been announcing, hinting at an evening live show. We'll be doing more of those in 2022. The idea is going to just be more positivity, not a news show, not a Disney show, things that I think I want to share show. I want to really push out the idea of live a life worth sharing. I want to push positivity, remind people that you are totally enough to do anything. And this is the place to do it. This is the best social media platform to do it. And so living a life worth sharing is kind of my motto for 2022. Is that a thing? That sounds nerdy to say out loud. And that might be the basis or the name for even a show in the evenings, which I might start as early as tonight. I don't know. I'm not going to make some schedule or plans. I'm not going to tell Dean to put it on the live place. I'm just going to go when I can go and try to spread a little positivity. There's so many positive news stories that I want to share. And, then the whole Creator Talk thing Sunday night. By the way, we're going to talk about on Creator Talk Live. Pretty sure we're going to be talking about tags on videos and how people have been looking at them wrong. There's been a bunch of videos coming on lately. I don't know why it's all of a sudden become a topic, but I think we will share a little bit about that. So Sunday night, Creator Talk Live, 10 o'clock my time, 11 o'clock Eastern time. Doubt I'll be doing anything on Christmas Day. I will definitely not be doing anything on Christmas Eve evening, but may do stuff in the morning. Let's see what everybody's saying. I knew someone who was out in Phuket. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but that's where the tsunami hit. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, and I hope they're okay. Christmas probably eating too much. I love that little Mater toy you showed. Oh, good. Thanks, Pearl. I'll endorse your motto. You are great. Oh, thank you, Pearl. I really appreciate that. I really do. I've done a little bit of it in my life, and I'm a true believer. I'll leave with this. If you think you can, you can. If you think you can't, you can't. You're right either way. God don't make no junk. You're enough. I'm not talking to Pearl. I'm not talking to me. I'm talking about everybody. God don't make no junk. And people go through things, and we can concentrate on, I mean, let's be real. You're either a victim of what has already happened to you or a victor. I'm not saying something horrible, traumatic's happening to you. I'm not saying it hasn't. I'm talking to everybody. I'm not talking to one person here. I'm talking to everybody. But everything that's happened to you, whether you're a baby of 1 day old or you're 109, everything that's happened to you has gone through you as the filter. And how you have it come out of you is your choice. You're either getting better or getting worse. Nobody's ever the same. Everybody at every moment is even, let me say that more clearly. Everybody at every moment is either getting better or getting worse. You're never, ever staying the same. So everything that happens to you, from winning the lottery to getting punched in the face, from being born gorgeous to, you know, having teeth on the top of your head, everything that happens to you goes through you as a filter, and you either get better or get worse. And you're either a victor or a victim. So I deeply, deeply, deeply believe that we can do whatever the heck we want. Now, that doesn't mean I have some fantasy that I can jump out my window and flap my arms and fly away. I don't mean that. I'm not crazy. I just mean that you can do whatever the heck you want. And I think when we look at the world that way, we inspire others and we do more things and the world gets better. And I think when we look at the world through, oh my gosh, I live in the worst country ever and we're so bad. I think that we're seeing what's going on here in America when people act that way out loud. You know, everybody has bad days, everybody has good days, but everybody has the ability to do great things for themselves and for other people. So shut up and do it. It's kind of what I want to say. And I'll be saying a little bit more of that. I have more fun when I'm talking about things I love to people I care about things that matter. So that's what we're going to be doing. Live a life worth sharing is kind of my attitude on that. And that's my hint for it. So anyway, enough of that soapbox stuff for now, but I don't promise I'm not going to bring it back out. Also enjoyed listening to your top 100 music. Oh, thank you so much, Jay. That's a good time and a good segue to end my show on that. Magic the Mouse Radio. Boy, 2 shows a day, 4 or 5 days a week. Usually it's a 5-show segment. This week it's a 10-show segment. We're at the last 5. So we started at 100. We're all the way down to number 6. Songs 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1 will be admitted to you, announced to you, shown for the first time, listened to for the first time Monday, only on Magic the Mouse Radio. You need to check that out. And then on New Year's Day, the entire countdown from 100 all the way to number 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1 have not been announced yet. My list is right there. I'm actually going to do the show today to send a bill over on Magic the Mouse Radio to be played for the first time ever on Monday. And again, the top 100 songs of all time as ranked by me on New Year's Day. I hope you guys check it out. I don't expect anyone to sit there for all day, although we'll probably have it on at the house, to be honest with you. It's a lot of fun to put together. I hope it's a lot of fun to listen to. Yeah, please check it out. And let me know. You only have a few more days. Let me know what you think should be the number 1 song if you haven't already. I haven't got a million emails on that. I got a few, but I'd love to get your predictions. So far, no one has sent in their guess, either my favorite song or the song. Some people have sent in their favorites, and some people have said the one they thought I picked. Most people are sending in their favorites, but nobody has said the one that I picked for number 1 yet. I find that interesting. It's not like I got 100 emails, but you know, the few that have come in. Let's hope that the new year makes everyone feel better and be happy and safe. You're always so positive. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I've been to countries where people are in real trouble. We're doing this. Nico, thank you. Thank you. The arrogance. Can I get ready to be pissed at me, people who are whose feelings get hurt. If you can live in America and think that you've got it bad, it's you. I mean, life's lottery happens, things happen, not, I'm not talking that everyone's even or equal. I think some people have advantages. Some people have disadvantages. So I'm not saying that they don't. But if you have a roof over your head and a family who loves you and you live in America in 2021 and you don't understand that you're one of the most privileged, blessed, luckiest people in the history of history, you're just a dumbass. Quote me. Jim says, preach, Jeff. I will, baby. Just 3 weeks ago, I called the Lions over Cardinals. I didn't post it. I don't think I said it out loud. I did. I called the Lions, your Lions, over the Cardinals. I can't believe it. I wish I was, but I did. I called that one. I really like Dan. Is it Dan Campbell? I really like your head coach out there. They need more talent on that team. Is what they need. But anyway, just 3 weeks ago, the Detroit Lions were the worst team in the NFL. They believed they could beat the Cardinals, and they did. Now they're the best. Well, I don't know about it's logical. See, Jim's funny. Okay, the Lions still suck, but I swear I called that game. I don't know. Nobody's going to believe me. So, but it is what it is. Arizona's going the wrong way. I do think they're still going to be a threat in playoffs. I'm excited about that. I don't know what's going to happen with the rankings there. I think Green Bay and Tampa Bay are clearly the best 2 teams in the NFC. And I think it's my Cowboys. I do. I think the Rams are next and then the Cardinals, but that's not the way it's going to play out. Anyway, but that was a good game. Thanks, Detroit. Good for my Packers. Oh, I hate the Packers, Nico. I hate Aaron Rodgers so much. Not the man, the guy who beats my teams. It's like my old hatred for Tom Brady. I can't. Tom Brady's too freaking perfect. I used to hate him. It's that now I think I put it on Aaron Rodgers, and it's really because Des caught it a couple years ago. And you guys, you didn't cheat. You just I hate how good Green Bay is. So my hate is fake. I don't really hate them. They're just better than my guys. Saints beat the Bucs last week. Drew Brees was the only one to call it. Yeah, I didn't see that one. I will admit to calling. I mean, I'm proud that I would have. I don't know. I'm not doing anything publicly with football this year, but I would have looked good there. I would have missed on the of the Saints Bucs. I didn't see that one coming at all. And the Saints have the Bucs number. I have no idea why. Nico, you're a Packers shareholder. My buddy Bill from Magic Mouse is too. That's fun. That's very fun. I don't really hate them. They just beat my teams. I was originally a Rams fan when I was a kid. I was an LA fan, Dodgers and Rams. We moved to San Diego. I became a Chargers fan, but I stayed a Dodgers fan. The Rams moved to St. Louis. I kind of let them go. I've always kind of rooted for them, but I had the Chargers, right? And then I moved here, so I had the Chargers and the Cowboys. So when I became a Cowboys fan, because I live here, I kind of felt like I had to let the Rams go. I kind of closet root for the Rams because I used to be a Rams fan. My grandparents lived across the street from Frank Corral, of all people. You got to be a big Rams fan to know who that is, but he was a kicker for the Rams for a few years. They lived right by Disneyland for a while. Anyway, that's where Frank Corral lived, right across the street from them. Never met him. My grandparents said he wasn't that friendly, but it was still cool. Anyway, so I'm a Chargers fan, Cowboys fan. Cowboys because I live here, Chargers fan because I grew up in San Diego. Therefore, I hated Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers because they're better than my guys. But anyway, that's really cool. All right, we went way off topic, but I love every single one of you. I mean that. I do mean it when I say you can do it, right? I do mean that. I do. I don't care what the why you can't reason you have in your head is. Delete it. You're wrong. But the problem is you are right if you believe it. So just the belief has to come first. And we are on YouTube right now. And this is the best tool for getting your message out in the history of history, whatever that is. You want to talk about Packers? You want to talk about more sunshine? You want to talk about Star Wars? You want to talk about sports? You want to talk about Disney? This is the best thing ever. So you're already here. Just press play. Share your you. I don't care what your goals are for 2022. My goal is to help other people who want to share themselves and their passions find their audience, find their village, find their people. And I'm going to have fun doing that. As I do it, I've been kind of stuck in the 4,000 subscriber level now. Numbers don't matter as much as people think, okay? But they're fun to judge by. And I've been in the 4,000. So I'm doing a goal this year to get to 10. And that makes no sense because I have less than 10% growth this year. Now, I did some things. I on purpose did some things that I knew weren't going to help grow my channel. But I had other choices. But this year I'm going to really try. So we'll see. I'm going to try to go from 4 whatever to 10. Probably the dumbest goal ever because double makes no sense. But that's what I'm going to try to do. We'll see if I have the time to put in the effort. But my point isn't so much about a number. The point is share your you. So Pearl, Hatbox, if you want to create. Maybe some of you are already creators. Some of you don't want to be creators. But if that's your goal, please check out my show on Sunday nights, Creator Talk Live. I'm going to be bringing back the interview thing, not bringing back Disney innovators, not bringing back Pete and others are doing a great job with that. I don't want to do what I see other people doing. So I try to find new things. And not that there's no one interviewing creators because there's plenty of people doing that. But I don't think in my community we're seeing that. So I'm going to probably have a second night of Creator Talk Live and bring on people who are creating and people who I think can teach others what they're doing. Make sense? Questions, comments, concerns, you can get me on my excuse me. Oh, geez, breathing and stuff. Questions, comments, concerns, you can email me at dolewhipdad@gmail.com. You can catch me on my Slack channel. You can go, I'm pretty easy to find. Dolewhipdad over on Instagram. Twitter, I'm very rarely over there, but Dolewhipdad. If you DM me on Dole Whip, I'll probably sit on Twitter. I'll probably stand there for a week or two, but I'll get back to you once I see it. I don't check them all that often. But I feel like it's pretty easy to get a hold of me. Again, dolewhipdad@gmail.com is the place to go. I'm going to shut up now. It's time for me to clean up this space, the last thing I have to do, and then see how much cheese I can eat. We got a whole section of cheese. Well, I'm going to probably put out a video about our last day of shopping. Might be boring, but I think it might be fun. All right, let me get caught up in chat, and then we're going to say goodbye. I'm on board. Jeff, lead on. I'll listen. Thank you, Pearl. Bye, everyone. Have a good day. To the Halfbox Ghost. Thank you very much. And a Merry Christmas to you. Pete Sal, thank you, Pete. Thank you. I love my Sunday show. It helps me. It helps me. The idea of the Sunday show is not, oh, I know so much. Come on. I mean, you got double the subscribers I do, Pete. So you should do it. But my point is, I hope my point is, I want my point to be, let's put it that way. I want my point to be on my Sunday show that we learn together. And I've got a bunch of things that I'm going to do in 2022 that I want to share. So anyway. Should probably do a gold show the last Sunday, huh? Oh, I might have more things to do than I have time for. Love every single one of you. Have the best day ever. Merry Christmas. I mean it. Don't forget the reason for the season. It's not me, even though it is my birthday. I think that's it. I feel like I'm forgetting something. That's okay. I'll see you soon. Check out some of these people in these channels here. My buddy Pete, my friend Pearl. So many good people in here. Jim, there's so many good people in here. Give them a look. Check them out. You're going to like their content. Have the best Christmas ever. I hope you're spending it doing exactly what you want to do with exactly who you want to be doing it with. Thank you. If you've watched 1 minute of today's show or you've been watching for years, I appreciate you for letting me have a little bit of your day. That's it. Have the best day ever. Love you. Merry, Merry Christmas. Bye for now. Oh, I didn't hit the right button. So if you stayed, I got one more thrift store find. So I love Disney vintage things more than anything I collect in the Disney niche. It's vintage Disney Christmas things. And I got this one. Way off topic. I guess I could do another short. I don't know. Anyway, I love it. All right, I'm really leaving now.